Behind me is one of the most famous bridges in the world. No, not that one with all the Gothic towers. That's Tower Bridge. This one, this perfectly ordinary slab of concrete, that is London Bridge. And despite what the nursery rhyme says, yes, it has fallen down more than once. It's burned, it's sunk, it's sagged, it's collapsed, it's been dismantled and even accidentally sold to an American who thought he was buying the pretty one next door. This humble crossing has seen it all, from Roman soldiers to medieval heads on spikes to 20th century oil tycoons. This is the story of London Bridge, the bridge that just won't die. Like most things in this country, it all starts with the Romans. Londinium, as they called it, was founded around 43 AD, and by 50 AD, they realised it needed a bridge. They chose the narrowest crossing point of the Thames, a spot that was shallow and firm enough for wooden pillars. Practical, not particularly scenic. Their bridge was made of timber and connected two Roman roads, one leading south to Chichester, and the other one north towards York and Hadrian's Wall. It was so vital to the Romans' economy and military that when Boudicca came rampaging through in 60 AD, the Romans made a tactical retreat and let her torch Londinium, bridge included. The bridge kept getting rebuilt and burnt and then rebuilt again, and honestly, it had the structural integrity of a wet sponge. And by the 9th century, the Anglo-Saxons were trying their best. King Ethelred the Unready, yes, that was his actual nickname, oversaw yet another timber bridge, though unready might be a bit harsh, considering the Vikings kept popping down the Thames like they were on a river cruise. In 1014, King Ethelred and the Norwegian king Olaf reportedly tore down the bridge to trap Danish invaders. London Bridge is broken down, gold is won and bright renown. 13th century Norse saga, likely referring to Olaf's attack. Now, this may have been the origin of the song London Bridge is Falling Down, which, frankly, is less of a nursery rhyme and more of a deeply traumatic architectural history lesson for toddlers. Now, fast forward to the 12th century. Enter Peter of Colchurch, a priest and architect who oversaw the most ambitious version yet. London Bridge made of stone, commissioned by King Henry II in 1176. And it took over 30 years to finish, because nothing screams urgency like medieval civil engineering. And when it was finally completed in 1209, it had 19 arches, a drawbridge, a chapel in the centre dedicated to St Thomas Becket. But this wasn't just a bridge, it was a bustling micro-town above water. It had houses, it had shops, taverns, and even a public loo hanging over the Thames. And at its height, over 200 people lived on the bridge. Now, let's talk about the worst estate feature in real estate history: severed heads. From the 1300s to the 1660s, London Bridge was the place to display the freshly decapitated remains of traitors. The first documented head was that of William Wallace in 1305. Then came Thomas More, then Thomas Cromwell, then pretty much every noble who ever said the wrong thing under Henry VIII. On top of the gate were the heads of traitors lately executed at Tower Hill, above 30 heads upon poles. John Stowe, Elizabethan historian. London Bridge, however, somehow survived the Great Fire of London in 1666, but just barely. Flames destroyed the northern end, but a clever fire break and the fact that parts of the bridge were still stone saved the rest. But it was crumbling. The narrow arches blocked river traffic, caused dangerous ice jams in winter, and the bridge was too narrow for the growing city. Oh, and it was haunted. In 1831, the bridge finally got a makeover. Designed by John Rennie and opened by King William IV, this new granite bridge was wider, flatter, and safer. But it had to be built slightly upstream, which meant the bridge moved. not by magic, but by engineers. The new location was about 100 feet west of the original. By the 1960s, the granite bridge was sinking, literally. In 1968, Robert P. McCullough of American oil tycoon bought London Bridge, allegedly thinking he was buying Tower Bridge. The purchase price, $2.46 million, around $20 million in today's money. And the bridge was carefully dismantled. Each stone was numbered and shipped to Arizona, where it was rebuilt in the desert. The current London Bridge opened in 1973. It's made of pre-stressed concrete and steel. Not exactly a looker, but it is practical. And for the record, no, it's not Tower Bridge. Tourists still get it wrong. London Bridge has inspired songs, games, books, and at least one 2000s club anthem that has absolutely nothing to do with civil engineering. And don't forget the poem, Wasteland by T.S. Eliot. Unreal city under the brown fog of a winter dawn. A crowd flowed over London Bridge, so many I had not thought death had undone so many. T.S. Eliot, The Wasteland, 1922. London Bridge has changed location, it's changed shape, and it's changed owners, but it's always been here, in some form, linking not just two sides of a river, but 2 millennia of history. From Roman outpost to medieval gallows, from Georgian elegance to American misunderstandings. And whether it's falling down or holding strong, it's the bridge that just keeps coming back. So, next time someone asks if you've seen London Bridge, don't point to the one with towers. Tell them, oh, that one, that's Tower Bridge. London Bridge is a few steps that way. It's the one that looks completely normal, and that is why it's amazing.